your week 2 to 6 implementation. Now once this is done and you are fine with the outputs, whatever you are getting from it, then last will be measure the results, again the output matrices, then take critical decision, and if it doesn't work out, now see, scale confidently or kill quickly. If you think at this point of time, having gone through all these steps, if you think it is meeting all the measurable output matrices, scale it. Otherwise, kill it then and there itself. That is very difficult decision to take. Yeah, I would like to have, if you think this should be the proper steps to take your project, take your idea to production state, or if you want to make any changes, modifications to any of the steps that you feel that should be included here. Just go through it, then let's open up for discussion. What do you think? Week 2 is good for co-pilot thing, or anything else should be added into it?
When we're talking about taking feedback from all stakeholders, process approvals, is it practically feasible to do that in 2 weeks, from locking problem definition to taking approvals from all the stakeholders?
It is from 2 to 6.
No, 0 to 2. So first step I'm talking about.
Yeah, data access. This is only for taking the data. Only for data. They will give you data. Once you implement it, then we'll go for the approvals. That is for data. If they say no, then your project stops there, ends there.
Sir, I think this pilot, when we run our project on a pilot mode,
yeah.
Right? So I think there could be a limitation of time when we define. Kitne din tak pilot mein chalo. For example, nowadays people utilize this ERP function, right? So for institution, this institution is already having their data. If they buy a ERP from a third party, they need to have an integration where their data will be integrated to the.
Go on and on and on. You cannot reach at this part, because that is why we call this till this point. This is a pilot. This is not production. Once your data output, co-pilot, and your POC is done, then you go for the 10th week. But if you think this is not working here, and if data is not good enough, data flow is not good enough, then you can kill it then and there. But there should be a hard kind of a cap there, because you are defining your timeline to be 90 days. It might be 1 week, 2 weeks, that is quite doable, but without having any proper timeline or timeline, it will go on stretching, because when it comes to data, today I am having one type of data, tomorrow somebody will come up, oh, I have a slightly different variation of data. You take it, use it, and you find, oh, this data also looks good, I'll take it and again train my model. It might or might not work. Then somebody else with some other source of data will come up. So if that goes on and on and on, then things are not going to end. So at some point of time, you need to take a hard kind of a cap. This is where I should end. That is where these timelines are important. Any other suggestions? Anything else? Just think on the point of view that you are building a startup and you have a problem statement you have already defined, and you need to come up with your implementation and go for pitch in 90 days time limit you are taking. So just think in that perspective.
So it's less, sir, for prototype, because the startup which are going on and developing from the idea generation to prototype development, problem solving, and then these prototypes are day by day, it's going to be reformed and redeveloped. So I think 2 to 6 weeks is less, because if we are preparing a prototype should be tested in the market, then it can be, we can use the feasibility and those all studies should be done. So I know one of my old friend, she is preparing wheelchair. Till date she prepared about 150 prototypes.
Yeah, so that is the difference between coming up with a tangible hardware-based solution and AI-based
Which is the
solution.
AI-based.
Yeah, because wheelchair is something like you should make this work for the investors to take it proper market.
Yeah.
But AI is all about, I mean, if your POC is ready, then only the funds will come up. Because it takes huge amount of investment in terms of computational need, GPU access, cloud access. You cannot sustain that part, because maybe for a hardware based or something kind of a tangible based solution, you might buy some parts on your own funding or something. But when it comes to some millions of things, then that becomes a. So this is where, I mean, the prototype is needed. Maybe on the while doing the case study, will again you can get it much more clear idea on it. Anything else?
So actually, yesterday one of the sessions in the second half was all about prototyping using AI.
Yeah.
So there we actually discussed that with all the AI tools available, even if it's a wheelchair,
Yeah.
the initial investment does not require you to show an actual wheelchair function. You will have to show a 3D rendered functional unit which AI will help you come up with.
Yes.
And that can be the proof of concept, saying this can take weight up to this can be, it can go in incline.
Yeah,
and
that
then
some scenarios that work, but when it comes to like a wheelchair or something device kind of a thing, then everybody likes to be seen a format of like it is working in a, I mean, with hardware and all these things.
Yeah.
Because if let's say it's a, I mean, you're coming up with a digital stethoscope, right? Now, if you say I go to AI tool, then ask, give me this kind of a tool that it will give some kind of a design output 3D or something. But when you go to, until and unless you bring it into actual implementation, the hardware kind of a thing has no sense.
I mean, I'm just talking about the initial investment might come because you're able to prove that such an device can be into 3D actual stuff. Even fighter jets are not manufactured as a prototype.
But when it comes to manufacturing, then it has to be something that should work in front of you.
Yeah.
That is what I mean. That is what the mindset of the investors are. Because if something is there, just a model, something, you can show it anywhere. Like, this is where my data goes in, this is the input, this is the output. It's kind of a plot, something, graph, something you can show. But hardware, like, the device should perform for you in front of. I mean, only the 3D part or 3D modeling part cannot give you generic, because when you go for manufacturing, lot of issues comes up, lots and lots of issues comes up. Okay. So then what are the rules that should be taken care of and where it fails? There is a difference between good prototype and bad pilot or bad prototype. One, workflow focus, target a specific process, not the entire organization. I mean, before going for if you're planning or targeting something, starting at the beginning, just go for a specific process. I mean, you should not try, I should go and apply AI and change the whole organization structure. Maybe it is just the admission process, or maybe it is just for candidate matching process. Start with small, then go on scaling for the for the whole organization. Then clear KPI. There should be clear measurement or measurement matrices that is available. It might be accuracy, it might be the fault that you are getting, it might be, I mean, on technical terms, it might be too positive, too negative, those kind of a things. But it should be clear what are the parameters that I need to check before it goes for the pilot. Human in the loop. There should be somebody that should, I mean, some human or some technical or, I mean, a specific person that should take critical decision points. I mean, whatever the outputs that AI is giving to you, that might or might not work, but there should be a proper technical person should be there to take a decision on that. And that is where you can improve your implementation and improve the model. Yeah, this is quite hard. Clear switch off. Enable immediate shutdown if issues arises. I mean, if problems occur, then if you think this is not doable, this is going somewhere else, kill it. And that is quite a hard decision to take, but this is how it works. Track every AI decision for review and learning. Whatever the output and whatever the rules that you are defining, at each point of time it should be properly reviewed and make the model learn this is working or not working. You should not do it bait pilot. Everyone uses it from day one. So it is not in that way, because the first 2 weeks is to define the data, define matrices. So it should not be usable from day one. And trust, that is quite a difficult thing to achieve with LLM and models, but make the stakeholders believe, trust us, the outputs that AI is giving to you. Yeah. So this is how your AI team or AI stack that you're building. Business owner who takes the decisions, I mean, define the success criteria. What is the problem you are solving? Then domain experts defines the outputs of the what kind of a output metrics that you expect. Then you should have a proper training data. Then the AI team, it will be having all the technical persons, might be data scientist, model builder, or data annotator, everything that comes into the data team. Then IT to scale up the infrastructure, build the infrastructure to make your AI sit on your IT infra system. Then to take care of the risk kind of a thing, there should be a proper legal or compliance team or any person that can take up. Then at the end comes up the training team. I mean, once all these things has been done, your training person or training partner will make everybody to adapt to your AI based system. Clear? I think this is not much there. Okay, so now comes again the exercise that we did based on these 5 points. Now just think whatever the problem statement you defined on the second session, who will be the business owner, who is your domain expert, who is your IT integrator, and who will resist, who will block you. Anyone who gave some ideas on the second session, that what problems that you are solving? I think is not there.
So the revision teach learn one or the GPT one?
Anything. I mean, there are 3 or 4 different problems that came up, right? Yeah. Come. Sir is here, and even Naomi is here.
Teach and learn, I was.
Yeah. Okay. So, so can we start with you?
Who's my business owner? In terms of teach and learn, we said we'll make a good question paper.
Yeah. So who is the one who decides that? Who is the, I mean, who gives you?
Who gives me the task of assignment?
Yes.
The examination department.
Examination department might be your director, or yeah, right. So he becomes, I mean, she becomes your business owner. then who will be a domain expert? Who will be, I mean, domain expert means subject specialist who will validate AI outputs and provide training data.
I'll be the one doing it myself. Because
Okay.
मैं subject पढ़ाता हूँ, so I'll be at least aware of the syllabus.
Okay, the outputs the AI is giving, is it good enough? Then who is your IT integrator? Name the system team members who will handle technical integration. It might be your IT team.
It will be IT cell and a little bit of examination team as well to make sure it is secret.
Okay.
If it doesn't go out there.
And who do you think that will resist and block you?
A big chunk of students, yes.
But they can also take help, like they are also taking, they asking your assignment questions. Yeah, question है. Maybe somebody in the higher up the management or somebody else.
So student can lean to it. First, other question paper food गया तो वो तो so all the assistants of this as CERT is generating a question paper using AI.
Yeah.
Okay. समझो AI ऐसा question paper बना दे रहा है जो validate भी कर लिया, validation भी कर लिया. उससे उन्हें लगता है कि the question paper that AI has created is according to the syllabus that is given. लेकिन पता नहीं मेरा स्टूडेंट को सॉल्व कर पाएगा या नहीं कर पाएगा.
Again, AI can, if AI generates it, then AI can solve it, right?
AI can solve, but it's for students, right? It's for students. The objective
Question paper, he is generating the question paper.
I think the resistance might come from students not because they have seen the paper it's difficult, but the fact that they think it's not me who's making it, but a system is making it. The factor that they trust the teacher still that वो number तो दे ही देगा. AI paper में number दे पाएगा नहीं दे पाएगा is
but you are validating it, right? You are validating whether the question paper is right or wrong. अगर सेम ही है, फॉर्मूला सेम ही है, फॉर्मूला तो सेम ही अप्लाई करनी है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन समझ भी तो आना चाहिए. तो मैंने बोला पर इतना टफ लिख रहा है कि बच्चे को समझ नहीं आ रही है क्वेश्चन, तो वो तो मतलब the intellectual or the understanding of a student mentality. For example, mean mode median, अभी सेकंड क्लास के लिए तो अलग क्वेश्चन बनेगी. मीन मोड मीडियन ये डेटा साइंस के लिए बनाऊं मैं, स्टैटिस्टिक्स के इसमें अलग क्वेश्चन बनेगी. ये मीन मोड मीडियन के लिए अगर मैं एमबीए फर्स्ट ईयर के लिए बनाऊं तो अलग क्वेश्चन बनेगी.
Yes.
So student is that's what I feel. Because I take the analytics for UG and also for PG.
Yeah.
Even though the subject is same, but the question and the things that I need to put at भले वो solve भी on videos होते हैं.
Okay. Okay, nice.
इसके लिए machine important है rather than it.
Not machine.
checking him. But she's saying is that
what sir said is बच्चों का response होगा कि at least checking में teacher
Checking में teacher भी कुछ ना, hopefully जब check हम ही करेंगे तो चार सर
हाँ,
जब
वो-
checking भी AI करेगा. There is a difference.
Okay.
the resistance to change might be something which comes, as you said, upper management may not trust the technology.
Yes,
and
yes.
I might trust it.
Yes, exactly.
So the upper management might say
That's why I tell you
might
how
result in
one
bad
will
quality or students not being happy or something which
Something, yeah, there might not
the change
be,
management वाला हाल हो जाएगा.
yes.
They will not like the change.
they will not.
resistance comes from the outside.
Oh.
Outside भी यहाँ से figure.
Okay. Okay, nice, ठीक है. Then next, idea.
Sir, वो तो business owner खुद ही creating कर रहा है.
So if I'm doing it for myself, I'm the owner. But if I'm doing for a mutual fund or a venture capitalist or a hedge fund, they'll be the owner.
And how do you define, if you are the business owner, then how do you define the success? What will be the success criteria?
So obviously, if I'm doing trading of my own and if I'm making a 20% profit per trade, like 1:2 risk regard, and if I'm like there are some emotions attached while doing trading, so it's like greed and fear both. So if I am doing it automated based on the risk reward ratio or based on the criteria of RSI and MSCI, so I am removing the emotions out of it. There will be no greed and fear. It's just the trade that is to be punched, where it needs to enter and where it needs to exit. The moments are defined. So the profit will be judged by the percentage I'm going to increase that profit. For example, I'm trading at 1:2.
Hmm.
So if it increased to 1:3 or 2 or above, it will be considered as a profit.
Okay.
Can we say setting up a goal and then achieving the goal could be the measurement of success?
That is what his goal is 20% profit.
That.
Yeah, that is what I mean by success. I mean, without having a tangible quantitative output, my success will be 20% profit. Somebody else will come up, my success will be 30% profit. So that is how you success. I mean that.
But my goal, if I set a goal as in 40% profit, what if I achieve a 20% profit?
Then it might not be profitable for you.
Hi, yes, that's what I want to say.
Yes.
Setting up a goal and then achieving that goal.
You can have this tolerance level,
Yeah.
like 40%, then plus minus 5%, 10%.
In a way.
I can. That is totally depends on the business. That is why you are the business owner. I mean, you define. If I am getting 20%, if it is plus minus 5%, then I'll take it. I can absorb it. I can accommodate that part of it. That is what the business owner has to decide. I mean, I am the one who is implementing the AI part, but the business owner, he has to define what tangible output I am expecting. I am not the one. That is what I mean, who is your business owner? Like for him, director will be the business owner. I mean, he will define these question papers that is coming up, this is good, bad or something, this kind of thing. That, because technical and business, there are altogether different things. I mean, you can be both, but you have to define, like set a goal, this is how much it should be. Yeah, then who will be a domain expert?
I'll be the domain expert because I set the rules of trading for myself, because I am the one who decide like which criteria to choose.
Okay. Then who will provide the training data? Who will provide that training data?
So based on my past trading, whatever orders I have punched so far in like my past 20 years, so I do have all the records, so I'll feed them as my trading data.
So you will take all your historical data.
Yeah.
And that is for only your data.
Only my data. That's what I'm saying. If I am trading on my behalf, like for myself, I am having my.
Then that data might not be much large enough to train a model.
Yeah, that's for sure. So in that case, I'll be taking a reference of hedge fund houses.
Okay. Is that data is publicly available?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Right. Then IT integrator, system team member who will handle technical integration, somebody.
Yeah, somebody who's an expert.
Expert.
IT expert and who understand a bit of finance as well.
Okay. Then who will register you?
Obviously, like
Zerodha?
Zerodha and trading, you need to have the profile set. Like you can, if I do have a trading strategy, I can register my strategy on TradingView and I can make it lockable, means paid strategy. So if I do have a trading strategy which is going to give me 70 and above return, so people are ready all over the world to buy my strategy because I am working on standard deviations. So mine is 95%. Okay, so I do have like 5%, 2.5% upside, 2.5% downside. So this is an indication of reversal. When I am at downside, so it is an indication of reversal that the trend is going to change. So plus minus 2.5% is fine with me if I am correct at 95% of the time, like the standard deviation. So people are ready to buy that strategy. So there are platforms that resist to register my strategy on a sellable mode or something like that. So that resistance can be there.
Okay.
So can his own bias as a human be a resistance to his own AI set rules? He sets a rule that I will take a trade which is 40% profitable.
Yeah.
Then he sees that the market is touching 30 or maybe it's touching 20. He gets just hypothetical, so he gets a little lalchi about the fact that 20% to either. So 20% he exits his trade without letting AI do it.
So seriously, greed slaps you like anything in stock market.
Yes.
Day before yesterday, Bitcoin is trading at 130, and I was of the opinion it will come to 88,000, and nobody was like sure of the market is all-time high. I still do have my marks on it. it is trading at 92, and for sure by next week it will be at $88,000.
Okay.
It is uncertainty always is crypto, sir.
So
Okay.
can a human mind be the biggest reason for a block of an AI algorithm?
Yeah, human mind is everything.
So he can be his own.
Human mind can do wonders. Human mind can do bullshit. It can do anything. Okay. Any other problem statement that is, I think, yeah.
Okay, so it was related to an intrinsic and admission. So business owner will be a management
Okay.
of this.
What was your value proposition? What problem that you wanted to solve?
Increase shortlist this admission application,
Okay.
so that we can increase the number of admission by 20%.
Okay, got it. Understood. Yeah.
So my business owner will be a management
Yes.
of society, and domain expert will be an analyst. They will have an data, the live data also, and the previous data also. I mean, what were the previous cutoffs and how many applications they shortlisted, and in current analysis, live data, how many students have applied, what could be the cutoff marks to shortlist the applications for student to take an admission. IT integrated IT team will take care of.
Yeah.
Who will resist you competitors?
Yeah. Got it. Domain expert will be somebody from the admission team, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, IT integrator will be somebody having IT experience or somebody. Then who will resist? Will block you. Who will resist the change?
Competitors.
Renowned institution.
I mean, the ranking of institution matters when student applies for an admission. Right?
Okay.
For example, अगर मेरा फर्स्ट रैंक है इसका सेकंड आई थिंक का फर्स्ट रैंक है मेरा सेकंड रैंक है राइट
Yes.
सो अगर स्टूडेंट का जो है उसने फर्स्ट में इन्हें रखा सेकंड में मुझे रखा बट जो एडमिशन उसके रैंक का जो एडमिशन आ रहा था अगर ये पहला वाला कॉलेज फुल हो गई तो ऑब्वियसली ही विल बी अलॉटेड बाय द सेकंड कॉलेज
Okay.
लेकिन अगर मैंने छोड़ दिया तो उसको
Yeah.
तो थर्ड कॉलेज मिल जाएगी ना फिर
Okay. Got it. Okay, so you got the whole idea. I mean, it is not that very straightforward to implement all these things. So you should know who is defining the success, and there are people who will block and resist you. So these are two contrasting different things that will come into existence. Then comes the biggest understanding to make your management or generic people to understand what you are trying to solve, translating tech into leadership. Let's say your output performance matrix is that on technical terms you have defined the model accuracy is 91%. Now you take actually this statement to the business owner. Will the business owner understand anything on this? I mean, will he understand what statement does this signify? It will be difficult because those are laymen's. They cannot understand what accuracy is a very technical term. I mean, it comes with, it might be true positive, false negative. They might not understand. So instead of making him understand in this way, come up with manual screening effort drops by 45% with human approval and edge cases. That is how you should be conveying your output or the performance of the model in some very layman's language. Technical team, it is fine. Model accuracy, latency. I mean, do you understand what does it mean by latency?
Delay.
So something
Yeah.
that is not over the top and
Delay building the system.
Yeah, I mean, how much time it takes. I mean, give you input, how much time it takes to get the output. So when the latency is more, the output will be hampered. So that is where, but instead of saying it, user gets answer instantly. I mean, you give the input, get the output, because 4000 millisecond is like this. So the purpose of this one is, instead of defining everything in a very technical term, you should be able to convey it in a very layman's language. Now comes the governance and guardrails. Escalation triggers, data retention, error reporting, accountability. So escalation, any issue, any comes of, is there any human to review it? Then data retention, that data initially you are having, is that going to stay with you till the, I mean, for how much time, and will it be there with you for the whole lifetime of the project? Then error reporting, if some error is identified, report it instantly and resolve it. Then accountability, who is ultimately accountable for fixes and improvements? It might be the IT team, it might be business owner, it might be you, domain expert, but just define who is the one who has to take care of it. Yeah, then there should be a proper documentation for whatever the problem so you are solving. We call this as product requirement doc, where your problem statement, input, output, action, forbidden, I mean what actions you have to take and what actions that you should not take, failure, escalation, success KPI and pilot scope. All these things have to be defined in your product requirement doc in a proper way. So just have a look at it for 1 minute, and anything, any point we can discuss it, because this is kind of a roadmap. This defines a roadmap for starting with the problem statement to come up with the end product.
Sir, can you show us like how to do all this if possible?
How?
How to integrate these things, like
These things means which specific?
the exercise you have done before, like
Yeah.
who is the owner and AI integrator.
Yeah.
So as an AI expert, like might be I'm going crazy. So I just want like whatever wild ideas I do have, how to implement those ideas into reality. Like
Yeah, these, I mean, let's say first you need to have a product requirement doc. Now the 90 days work plan, first week this much, first week this should be done, second week, third week, fourth week, till 90 days. These are the steps that you should be taking care of. Then there should be a actual product requirement documentation where you define the problem statement, how do you train your model, the input and output, then what will be your measurable metrics output that you are defining. Once you train the model, get the output, is it actually satisfying your criteria? If not, then again go back to the second step, again you train the model, then again get some output. This is where the,
so we need to follow that flow chart.
the iteration will go on until the time you get a proper tangible output, because it is not a one shot kind of a thing. It is not you are bringing the data, getting the output,
So
and that's
it
it.
is probabilistic only.
Probabilistic, it will go on improving. You bring more amount of data, refine the data, bring more meaningful data, the performance will increase. That is why it takes time. It is not it is not a mathematical formula that a plus b equal 2 plus 4 equal to 6. 2 plus 4 equal, it might be sometimes 5.5.
I tried that. I said you are a stupid calculation. 2 plus 2 is 5. And then he replied like ChatGPT, yeah, it might be 2 plus 2.
Yeah, it is all probabilistic. It is like thinking, ये हो सकता है, ये हो सकता है. That is how it goes on. It is not a deterministic kind of a thing. Okay, so once your project requirement doc is ready, you come up with a mini working session kind of a thing. Define your use case, set your target KPI, name your stakeholder, choose the start date, and identify the blockers. We did this exercise just before the penultimate slide. Case studies and forum, examine your output pattern, extract the lessons what you learned from it, and pitch your plan. It's same thing, like problem, what are the pain area that you are looking into, target, what are you improving, AI assist, stakeholders, risk and compliances, ask leadership, timeline. This is what exactly you are asking, that how do you go on implementing. So it's kind of a flow chart or doc you should be having. What is the problem statement, What is your target output? What exactly, I mean, how AI actually fits in the workflow? It might be co-pilot or autopilot. It might be half automation or the full automation kind of a thing. Then stakeholder, you are the owner who approves it, you are the one who is approving it. Then risk, what are the risks that is associated with your implementation? It might or might not be giving you the profit that you are expecting. If not, what are the corrective measures you should take? Then ask your leadership if it is good enough, and then timeline, your 90 days timeline that you are already defined. Yeah, so that is it about from taking it from pilot to production. And next session will be mostly on the case studies from different implementation. Mostly we'll see Amazon, Netflix and Zomato, I guess something. We'll see how AI is helping them to make profits in the business. Okay, so any feedback, idea, anything that you could not infer from the pilot to production kind of thing. So we started with architecture, then we came up with the value proposition. At the end of value proposition, the POC is kind of a POC is done. Then from POC that we call pilot to production. That is where the end product of your AI best end product comes up. And yeah, next we'll see some specific use cases, how AI is helping these big conglomerates to come up with their business. Any feedback on that? I mean, any doubt or anything that you want specifically to discuss, let me know. I think all the slides have already been shared with you, right? You did not get all the slides beforehand? Already I think it was given to them.
So how AI implement in smart in our research? The research scholar and
Yeah, but what you are trying to achieve? I mean, is it like literature? I mean, research has different steps, right? Starting from literature review. I mean, first is what problem that you are trying to solve. Then what was there before. Then what improvement that you want to bring in your solution. That becomes your problem statement. That becomes your area of research. Take help of AI, what has already been done and what are the research areas, what problem, what pain points that has already been solved. But still there are some pain points or pain areas are there that you can take it as your research statement. Now once that is defined, then take the help of AI. What are the research papers and who are the ones who is working in this area, right? You'll get number of professor or somebody from the industry. They might be working on some POC kind of a project, or maybe because when you are deciding on a research topic, that doesn't mean that you are the only one who is working on it. There are lots of people. So that it will make you aware of this thing. I mean, he is working in this area, he is working in this area, he has come up with this kind of a solution. If you are thinking to come up with this kind of a solution, then that has already been done. You should change your approach, those kind of things. Now, I mean, past is done. You come up with a problem statement. Then future, what is going on. Then on top of it, you find these are the papers that is there, this much work has been done. Then I want to take this up and come up with my solution. Then take the help of your data, all these things. Where do I get all that data? How do I train my model? All these sorts of things you can get from AI. Then at the end, it is like how tangible your output is. Research is all about your data, right? What data input, output, what you are trying to achieve, and it has access. It has already been being trained on this huge amount of data. So you just need to find a proper way to extract information from it.
With the help of AI, we can create a different model for analysis for our data in a different way.
Sorry, I did not get you. Could you repeat, please?
We want to create a different model.
Yeah. Yeah, you can create different. Yeah, you can create different model. Take the, I mean, you can take something that is already existing. Take the model, bring your own customized, specified data. Then when you train the already existing model or new model, that becomes an entirely new model for you. That is how new models comes up. Either you can take the model from scratch, or you take anything that is already there and make improvements. Once you make an improvement, that becomes a model for you only. That is how, I mean, everybody does that. You can come up with your own model. It might be from scratch, but taking everything from scratch is a bit time taking and difficult. So you have to take a decision. Either I will take something that is there, improve it, or else I'll start from scratch. You can, that is quite doable. Okay, that's it from the pilot to production. You want a break for 5-10 minutes, or we can start the next one so that we can end by 4 or 4:15. It is up to you to decide. I mean, next session will be on case studies. So, I mean, you have to participate more on that.
So we can continue and we'll finish the session faster.
Yeah, anything is fine for me.
That will be better. So we can continue and
Okay. Here comes the real use cases. We'll start, we'll continue.
Yes, sir.
So here come the real use cases, your day-to-day life, what you are seeing, where AI is coming to existence, how AI is helping you. That is where you will get the actual flavor, what and why we covered all these things. I mean, all the AI based inclusion or improvement kind of a thing for today's session. I mean, all of you are aware of it. Amazon, Netflix, Zomato, Swiggy, Big Basket, Zepto, all these startups, new kind of e-commerce startups, at their backend is all AI is working. They understand your behavior, they take your data, your interaction with them, might be in a voice, message, or image, or anything. Take it, process it, then sell you back. What are the, like, they take, you have a particular behavior, like maybe on weekends I like to order something, maybe on food items, maybe on some grocery items. So they know that at what point of time, what are the things that you want to, that specifically I'm taking kind of ordering something. Then at same, you will get notifications or maybe some good offers at that particular point of time. So it is all happening because they have access to your day-to-day behavior data and everything. That is huge amount of data. It might be in a text format, it might be the messaging that you are doing maybe on different public platforms, WhatsApp, FB, Insta, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere. It might be the image you are sharing with your friends. It might be a happy birthday image or something, you buy some product and send it to somebody else. They have access to everything. So now, what? Sorry?
Even the messages on WhatsApp encrypted messages.
Somehow they, I mean, some messages are still.
Because you are an AI expert, you know it better than anybody else out there. Please be honest, sir.
I mean, what will you stop using WhatsApp? No, right? It came up. Maybe some 2-3 years back. say Telegram, Signal, something. Elon Musk came ki stop using WhatsApp, then go for Signal or something. Did it happen? Nothing. I mean, just think. You are sending mail. You are using Gmail, right? Then how on your Gmail you are getting advertisements? If mail is so personal, so private, it is personal and private, but still they track your pattern or behavior. Like you are sending mail to a, let's say, to a hiring agency, so you'll get something on Times Job, Naukri, something, this kind of message. They might not have access to, but they understand what kind of a mail is. They might not have access to the whole context of the mail, content of the mail, but they know what you are sending and what specifically things that you are using for it. Those kind of information they process.
So it's not like I don't know the lyrics, but I know the music.
Yes, exactly. They might not be reading anything like a private message क्या भेज रहे हो, but it's the whole bigger abstract level that is they can they can track. But I mean, by studying these use cases, our idea is to
Sir, the question.
हम बोलते हैं कि हम जो बात करते हैं कॉलिंग पे वह उससे रिलेटेड हमारे फीड्स पे आने लगते हैं तो एक था कि हम माइक्रोफोन अगर वहाँ पे ऑफ कर दे परमिशन में जो होती है
Yes, exactly.
तो अगर वो कर देते हैं तो फिर वो नहीं होगी उससे
नहीं होगा. I mean this problem exactly. If you are using iPhone, then whatever you talking or something, if you are not disapproving the access to it, it cannot access it. Otherwise Siri can access.
तो माइक्रोफोन अगर ऑफ कर देते परमिशन
हाँ, कुछ permission वगैरह you need to disable it. But by default, when you see the phone setting, when it is enabled by default, you need to disable it.
It's like your silence is considered as a yes.
If you are not
Default, yes.
default they think that they are entitled to all of your data. They think that in that way.
It's more like you need to read the red.
That is why Sundar Pichai and all, they have been number of times calling to the US court, and the judge is asking, say yes or no, do you have access to private?
Saying anything. So how is that possible?
It's all about money game.
But I operate microphone in my phone, but I also see advertisement.
वो अरे ऐसा नहीं कि जब तुमने किया उस पे बंदा उससे
It doesn't mean it is permanently off. It is only off for a few hours. Then it goes back to default.
somehow it is not like that.
Keep doing it. You will never do it.
Instantly you switch it off, it will stop, because you are using it for a, they're tracking it for a longer period of time. It's not like that just 15 minutes back or 1 hour back. So by going through these case studies, I mean, what will be our learning part? What real problem they were solving? Then what part of the stack that mattered most? How did they measure success? And what pattern that we can copy? We are not reinventing the wheel. I mean, what are the how much and what are the parts that we can take from their success story and can copy it and use it for our own purpose? And this is not bad. Actually, many companies are doing the same thing. So it is not like copying is bad, but some of the things that is already working for them, if I take it, that might work for me also. When Amazon first came to India, they could not sustain the Indian market. But then when Flipkart came, they came up with this COD kind of a structure. Then that becomes an instant hit, because Indian, I mean, mindset was like, we take the product and then pay. But then successful, because all of you might be ordering or using. It is not about ordering. I mean, Amazon Prime is there, Amazon, I mean, online e-commerce store is there, and even
Amazon is using AI to profile their customer into various segmentation. For example, you can have a kids profile, or you can have individual profiles on Prime account, They can recommend the content on the basis of the shows that you have already watched. At the end of every movie or show, they ask you whether you like the content or not, so that we can present you the similar content.
Yes.
And in Amazon web shop as well, if you are looking at the products, they can give you the generative AI reviews of the customers based on the coherent reviews that have been submitted on the website.
Yes.
And based on the products that you have liked in the past or your past auto history, they can recommend you the new editions as well.
Yeah, I mean it is.
That is based on the user interface that we are
Yes.
interacting with. On the backend page, they will be using AI for much more
Yeah,
ways
that
of leads, etc.
exactly. I mean, based on your interaction, they are tracking all of your, like how do you interact with the maybe the site, maybe the application. Because if you continuously looking for some specific type of product, then you see those kind of a recommendation will come. So that becomes one AI application that we call it recommender. Next is, let's say they find that during the festive season, people maybe on the Indian mindset or maybe something else, they like to spend much, I mean more money on the festive season. So all the recommendations, everything, all the offers, and that is why every time you will say Diwali, what you call, like Diwali Dhamaka or something, that Diwali Bonanza offer something. I mean during Independence Day, during Diwali, maybe during Xmas. So they know the behavior of the Indian customers. It might be Indian, it might be other countries also. And nobody is sitting there and doing all these things. They have trained their models. They have trained their AI on the backend. It can give you suggestions that yes, this user likes this type of product at this point of time. That is how they are recommending you, and they are making you buy the most suitable things for you. Now see, the core pattern is AI is embedded deep in operations, not as a side project or innovation lab experiment, but forecasting. It predicts for you continuously, feeding inventory decisions, delivery routes, and staffing levels. Now, then comes the key lesson from here, you can take it. Data infrastructure is treated as a product, not as an Excel sheet that pass between teams. Data is everything. Data is everything. They have your data so that they can make you buy the product that you like. Now the third thing that comes up, what you can borrow from Amazon's implementation. Predict first, act second, audit third. What does it mean for you? I mean the last sentence you can see. Predict first, act second, audit third.
Predict is predicting, the kind of preferences of the people, giving them those customized ads, right? So acting on the data that you have of the customer. And then auditing is, did that turn into a...
No, the second part is act.
So act second is, predict is, you predict what kind of consumer behavior will be there.
Yeah.
And depending on that, you have your customized ads or you target the customers, that is the action.
Yeah.
And then third is auditing, whether it has translated into purchases or not. Did that strategy work?
Yeah, exactly. So it is like whatever data they have for you, just go on predicting. If it works, it is well and good. If not, then predict, then act. Based on the predictions, the recommendations will come. Then if it works or doesn't work, then third is good. So it is like whatever you have at this point of time, go for the prediction, give you the recommendation. That's it. You should not end for the refinement. It is not like that I'll take some more data, then at the end I will have some huge amount of your behavior. Then only I'll go on prediction. If it is 50% data, 40% data, take it, do the prediction. If it works, it is well. Sometimes you see, some recommendations that come to you, that might not be your choice. That is where it comes. They learn, yeah, this user doesn't want this type of product. Then the auditing comes up, then the refinement comes up. Yeah, anything on this part that anybody wants to add? Anything? Because that is based on this, this concept only. They are building this huge kind of a business. Whole of the Amazon e-commerce, Prime, and even their cloud infrastructure is based on this fund only.
So can we say, is this AI helping Amazon to select a location for their setting up their warehouse?
Yes, that is
Because-
the feeding inventory decisions. Location wise, I mean, let's say the densely populated kind of a thing. So the inventory, if it is, there will be some inventory on that area, then the costing of delivering those things will be cheaper for them.
Yeah, because like this metro cities have this option of now, for example, Delhi and Gurgaon have this option of delivering in 30 minutes for
Yes.
even for this Myntra and Flipkart. But if I take same case, same services, if I discuss about Nagpur, so we do not have this option of delivery 30 minutes for Myntra and for Flipkart.
Yes.
Plus, we don't have a delivery option of just next day.
Yes.
The minimum is 2 days.
Yeah.
But because the warehouse is not located nearby location,
Exactly.
maybe the reason because the demand and the supply, the demand
Yes.
what they have from their region could not be a profitable making for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you set your location something, they find how it is densely populated. Then second, how many orders that might be generating. And if let's say 100,000 or something comes up, is it making them profitable? If it is not, then they will not deliver. So that is how you see from location to location, their way of delivery and their way of recommending these products is varies. I mean, if you go to tier 3, tier 2 cities, it might take some 5, 7, sometimes 10 days to deliver some product. But in metro cities or something in some other tier 2 cities, it might be 30 minutes, 2 day, 1 day, depending on this. Yeah, so they have this, that algo, and they have trained those kind of a setup depending on different, because they are tracking, I mean, some billions, taking billions of data every day. So I mean, when you have huge amount of data, taking it, training your model, the model knows your exact pattern, and that is how the forecasting and that becomes a very refined kind of a thing. Okay, now you need to tell how Netflix is using AI. It might be Netflix, it might be Prime, it might be Geo Hotstar, or it might be anything.
The recommendation to सबसे पहले आती है जैसे AI
Yes.
because whenever it continuously keep a check on the my view list.
Yes.
What I am viewing it.
Yeah.
How much am I spending it? What category the web series or the whatever the series that I'm working.
Yes.
So because they have categories of the whether it is a web series, whether it's a language, whether it's an animation, whether it belongs to a fighting only movie or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
So they have this categories. So
Yeah.
it continuously keep a check on my view list, and on the basis of that, it keeps me recommending that something. I mean, it on itself judge what I would like to.
Yes.
And then it shows the same thing on the recommendation.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they know your viewing pattern, like
Yeah.
what you like, at which day you mostly watch, what time. So all these things will keep on popping, and those good, I mean, the type of web series or movies you like, at this point of time, this will come to you and kind of. That is how all of the, I mean, Netflix, Prime, sorry, Hotstar, or I mean whatever this online OTT platforms are there, they have all, they work in this way. Yeah, that is about Netflix. Now comes your Desi app, that is Zomato, Swiggy, or anything. What is their USP? I mean, Zomato, what is their USP of making it use so that you can use it? What are they selling to you? What problem they are solving for you? It is not like that. What problem they are solving for you?
Saving time.
Sorry?
Saving time.
yeah, saving time, that is, yeah, that can be thing.
Because why I am using Zomato is I don't have time to cook a food. So it's better to get it online.
And how are they solving it? I mean, what are the USPs they are selling it to you?
They are sending messages to the air.
No, not that.
They are analyzing the sentiments.
I mean, when you order something on, let's say, Zomato, what is the first, I mean, after your order is confirmed, what is the first thing that you check?
Tracking.
Tracking.
How long it will
Tracking or expected time of delivery, right? See, prediction accuracy, ETA, expected time of arrival. Isn't it? Like you keep on, it is 20, if the restaurant is something, let's say 10 kilometers from my home, we'll see, oh, this is taking some 50 minutes, so I'll not go for this. Something is nearby. If I want something to be delivered me very, I mean, first. So tracking time, that predicts, and like how exactly and in how much time it can reach to your home. And yeah, then delivery partner, it will assign you the delivery, I mean, assigning the delivery partner, I mean, who the person who is delivering to you. It should be something nearby so that easily and much quickly he can take the delivery and give it to you. Fraud detection on orders, dynamic search pricing, yeah, this all, I mean, things that is resolving. And the core pattern that remains for Zomato is collect the data, out of data collection infer it, act on it, remove the human override, then learn from the data how fast it can make delivery possible for you. Anything you want to add on this Zomato side? Any delivery app, it is not only about Zomato. It might be Zomato, Swiggy, or Big Basket, Jepto, anybody, anything, any app that is, I mean, they have the same way of working and same set of problems that they are trying to solve.
So are the apps are interlinked somehow or like अगर हम Zomato पे ऑर्डर करते हैं और frequently उसी एक ऐप को यूज कर रहे हैं और हम गूगल पे से पेमेंट करते हैं तो रिवॉर्ड वाउचर्स में भी Zomato का ही था
Yeah, yes, they know, because they know that you are paying from Zomato. Yes, exactly. They know that this payment is going to Zomato. That access is there. That is what I am saying. I mean,
so they are sharing the data or they are taking it from one source?
They might be.
The companies are sharing the data.
They might be sharing. They might be.
When there is come to money making, all the service
They might be sharing, or even if they are not sharing, they will get to know if, I mean, the payment will go to Zomato only. So they know that it is going to. So Zomato will throw back a yes. Some offer will be cashback. Something will be given to you, so that you order from the same app and order from Zomato only. That is how the algorithm works.
And if you left something on cart,
Yeah.
then आपने आज ऑर्डर नहीं किया, कल आपको कैशबैक देगा. क्या
Yes.
ऑर्डर कर दो.
Yeah.
और पॉपअप भी आता है. Something is waiting on your cart.
Their aim is to,
The marketing is
yeah, you order, make them take some money. Yeah.
AI also that Zomato and Swiggy uses for tracking these things.
They have their own models. I mean, it is like, that is what I told, right? You,
Like Amazon, you are using Google Analytics to find out the search rate.
Google Analytics is a different thing. Amazon has its own model, because let's say that is what I'm there. A model is there. Let's say GPT's model is already there, right? And you want to take the model for your own use case. So what will you do? Take the model.
There is some common AI tool which we can use for that analytics.
Common again.
Like they are using their own AI tool
Yeah.
separately. Plus, there is some common AI tool that we can use to do such research work.
Yeah, there are a lot many models are there. You can take open source models, Llama, or maybe if you want to go for some smaller kind of a model, then open source models are there. First, take the model, then bring your own data, then train the model. Once your training is successful, that becomes your model. Like that, right now the model is specifically for Zomato. Now the model will be for your use case only. That is how the industry operates. It is not either you can develop some. Right now, looking at the scenario, it will take hell lot of time. So there is no point in developing something scratch. Take something is there, bring your own data, train the model, so that becomes your model. That will work for you. Okay. So based on the, case studies. So how do they, operate, or what are the ways, or what are the modus, like how do they operate? So first thing is what problems they are solving. It might be what operational customer pain did they address. So for your use case, you can come up with, write it as a one sentence before and after the statement. Then metrics level. What measurement, output measurement they are taking. Let's say Zomato is coming, I am reducing the delivery time by 18%. That is why the number is important. Reduce delivery time by 18%, not improved logistics. But if you say that Zomato is saying I have improved the logistics, then what the layman or the public will understand? It should be some defined measurable number that I am reducing the delivery time by 18%. There are many apps where there. So then suddenly Zepto came up and they told that I'll deliver in 10 minutes, right? So that becomes an instant hit. So there should be some measurable or tangible outcome or tangible thing that the customer can relate to it. Now, iteration speed. Your first implementation might not be that good enough or successful. You should iterate it, but the thing is that how fast you can come to the result. So that is why your iteration speed should be much faster, good enough, so that you reach to a very good output level. Then reusable patterns. You come up with your one model or something, then can you reuse the same implementation, same refinement on a different problem statement on the same organization? You do not have to train the model again and again. So it is like reusable. Use the same model or same pattern for a different problem statement for the same organization. We call that transfer learning. One model solves one problem, transfer the same learning to a different problem statement in your organization, and that should be solvable by the same model. So AI is into, we already discussed AI is into, right now AI is into everything. You cannot define any one domain that AI has not ventured. Starting from your logistic, delivery, everything, starting from manufacturing, right now it is also into software development, and right now it is coming in a big way to healthcare industry, medical professionals, medical practitioners, doctors, they have started using it. And even the OpenAI, Stanford, they are coming up with specific models that will work for the medical or disease defining kind of a space. So AI have effect, kind of embedded into everything. You cannot define any one domain that AI is not ventured into. The format might be different. Sometimes it might be a image kind of a thing, sometimes it might be video analytics, sometimes it might be a textual kind of a data, sometimes it might be audio, but it is into everything. Yeah, shall we do it again? But I think, we did discuss on the problem statements, so maybe for the 2-minute pitch, the problem, the value matrix, AI assist, stakeholder involved, and your 90 days plan. So, I think we already did the exercise, so I don't think it will be needed again. We did this part. Yeah, this would be your commitment slide, that is your day 0, your initiative, your performance metrics, and the first meeting you will be you will be doing in your next week. So this will be, I think, my closing message. AI transformation is not we built a model. It is like redesigning the workflow, proved impact, de-risk scale. So AI is not just all about coming up with a model. It is model, redesign the whole workflow, come up with the proper infrastructure, ecosystem for your AI implementation for your organization or any business problem that you are solving, and proved its impact, and it should be risk free. That's it, and I hope you should start working on your your problems that you have defined from tomorrow onwards to come up with a 90 days work plan kind of a thing. Yeah, so this is how your 90 days work plan should look like. This has been finely segregated. Just go through it again, just one more time. Can you read it, or like this reflection is coming up? Just see if you can switch. Zoom. Is it readable now? This is much better. Yeah.
You screening for are you also all the
नहीं अरे it's fine I already clicked the picture. Thank you.
you're done with the session.
Yeah, but you will be, I think you will get all the slides, I
Yes
guess.
sir, I have already received it.
हाँ, yeah.
The other sir or Sarika?
हाँ, ठीक है. Yeah, okay.
आप ready to
Yeah. So anything, I mean, you want to discuss on this slide? Because this is kind of a summary of what we did till now.
One major question I would like to ask actually.
Yeah.
That how ethically this AI is now driven for these case study like Amazon or like Netflix and these big boons are using. So how ethically it is?
I mean, it varies from, it varies from, I mean, corporate to corporate. We cannot define the ethicality, I mean, if they are using it. Because if they are taking your data without your consent, then that itself becomes unethical. So they are taking data, manipulating, then manipulating your decisions. So it whole process is starts with without taking consent and taking your data. But there are some governances. Sometimes time to time,
Like
court comes up.
no, like we have like ISOs and CSRs also, na, for the various companies that
Yeah.
are following. So, is there is any tool or kits are available, or the government is making any laws or policies for these AI policies also?
Policies are there. I mean, cyber security policy.
And that is one
Yeah.
law is there.
Yes.
That I
But-
can,
but that-
is there is any other agencies those who are tracking these or something or no?
Right now, as of now, I don't think something specific is there that is that, and even that track it, it is very hard to prove those things. Prove that comes up. I mean, there might be different organizations or something on internationally that is there, but still they cannot. I mean, proof.
I mean, it's very tough actually.
I mean, you might have seen Sundar Pichai standing on the court of Supreme Court of
Yeah.
US many times.
Yeah.
But is there
Any
anything?
number of times.
It is anything is happening? No. Again, same thing comes up. So it is all going in a unethical way.
Actually, it is unethical.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, sorry. So anything,
In near future, maybe some laws may be passed by certain governments for this or not.
yeah, laws are there and laws will be there. I mean, let's say cyber security law is there. But still, do you think the hackers stop? Still hackers are coming up, hacking all these things. I mean, there is no one rule that can be defined.
Yeah, I'm just reading out one article, or you can say a meme or something,
Yeah.
that Cognizant has driven one AI that if your laptop mouse is
Yeah.
not moving still 5 minutes, it treated as you was
Inactive.
ideal,
Ideal.
and you was not working. So you are being absent.
But somebody can put something and just keep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Many people do. I mean,
So they found some other source for.
people have innovative ways to move
Yes,
the mouse.
yes.
That is there, but still, I mean, they cannot convict all the use cases. Sometimes they can catch up, the rule can catch up, but still, people have innovative ways to escape the rule. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anything specific that, okay, anything specific that we can discuss? Done?
Any other question?
Yes. Any other questions? At least 5-10 minutes, some queries, something you want to discuss that we can have it.
Like if you have real life examples to share, sir is an AI expert, he can give valuable inputs to your suggestions.
Or if you want to implement something, do something, then
Sir, I was trying to build an app, okay, but I don't know how to build it. I tried it with a ChatGPT, okay. I wrote a prompt, what I exactly want. After that, it gave me that it will take 32 hours to create it.
Okay.
32 hours it stayed. I thought अच्छी बात है, मुझको तो आता ही नहीं बना के दे रहा है, मैंने तो बना के पब्लिश कर देनी, ये मेरा thought process था. I genuinely waited for 32 hours. It gave me a link that was in prototype that you can use and different AI apps that is available कि interface कैसे होगा, फिर देख लेना तुम्हें अच्छी लगेगी तो आगे बढ़ते नहीं तो after waiting for 32 hours, it gave me a link. I clicked on the link. It said कि वो तो exist ही नहीं करती है. ठीक है, फिर मैंने उससे कहा कि तू मुझे बेवकूफ बना रहा है, ये तो काम ही नहीं करती. तो बोलता I'm so sorry, let's generate it once again. Just wait and let's redevelop. ऐसे करते करते बहुत नुकसान कर दिया उसने, टाइम का कुछ बनाया. So is it possible to develop something completely dependent on an AI?
yes, it is possible. That is where you are using ChatGPT, right? That is where ChatGPT is failing. But if you go to, let's say, Claude and maybe Cursor, that, but still people are making it. It is not. Sometimes it might or might not work, but there are better tools that is there.
Now, when you will have to pay for the subscription.
Yeah, it's sometimes it might be free, but
But it has your whole story and whole chat with yes.
Sir, I do a query. I try to create a crypto based on crypto coin.
yeah,
Based on students' participation in their classes, like absent and present as a crypto, keeping the base as their attendance, daily attendance.
yes,
So I created, like I give all the instructions, prompt and everything, and it gives me the complete coding.
yeah,
Because I created like how to motivate students to come to class.
yeah,
That's like we are facing a challenge that students are not coming to classes.
yes,
So I created a crypto based on their presence in the class.
okay,
Okay, if they are coming to classes, they are marked present,
yeah,
and a coin is given to their account.
okay,
They can use that coin in either library or any of the affiliated college and institutions cafeteria.
yeah,
So one present is equivalent to 5 rupees.
okay,
Okay. So they can trade as well.
Yeah.
Trade as well, like they can buy, if they want to celebrate their birthday, they can accumulate all their presents, like 5 rupees per day. Per day means all the classes, if you are getting 100% presents in all the classes,
Yeah.
you will get 1 crypto.
yes,
Okay. And that will give you value is 5 rupees.
Okay.
Okay. So if they want to celebrate their birthday in colleges,
Yeah.
they can accumulate all the points,
Yeah.
and they can go anywhere in the cafeterias of all the affiliated colleges,
Yes.
and they can celebrate their birthday with their crypto coins
Okay.
based on their participation in the class.
Okay.
I created everything,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to implement. Like the code is there. How
And
to make
then
it?
it goes to infrastructure part, right? Code is there, but where to host it, how to generate them, that they might give you instructions, but they need to find a platform. They can just only give you the code, okay? But where to host it, because this high end computing will be required. So those kind of a things, they might give you suggestions that go
So
host
is it
it.
feasible to create if I have to have the infrastructure and all that?
Yeah, it is possible.
So
But you need to know, where exactly host and how does the machinery that works. It is
so I just
possible.
need to know. It's not a crazy idea.
No. It is workable. It is workable.
तो फिर mining कैसे करेंगे? Crypto को coin
That is where you need the machinery.
Mine means if a student is coming to class and you are marking the present on your systems, so it will be automatically generating a point for him. So 1 point is equivalent to 5
Okay,
rupees.
that is calculation.
Yeah.
So जब ऐसा involve हो जाएगा, and you are going to trade it as a monetary value, then you are a semi-bank. Semi-bank बनते ही आपके बहुत regulations आते हैं.
So paying 1 rupee, like if you are having a tea in a cafeteria, it costs you 10 rupees. So why not, like they can accumulate point coming to a class cost them, like they'll be fetching 1 rupee per class. For example, 5 classes in a day, so it's a 5 rupees per coin. So if he is having 100% attendance for a particular day, he'll fetch 1 coin. That is how it will be traded.
That is mining only.
That is mining.
Yeah. जैसे for example there is one pi coin.
Yeah, pi coin.
Pi coin. So उसका ऐसे होता है daily आके आपको बस चेकिंग करनी होती है, उसके बाद वो ऐड करके जाता है. Similarly you will have for attendance or other criteria also.
So the criteria is attendance. So that's what Sir is saying. If you have the infrastructure, it can be implemented. It can be traded.
Yeah.
Can be registered on the crypto markets.
Yes.
So
That is why the new currencies, cryptocurrencies coming up each and
I
every day.
was of the opinion might be I'm thinking crazy.
No, it's possible. It's possible.
As an AI expert, you can validate the idea.
It is possible, but you need to have the infrastructure for that. Might be you can outsource somewhere, somebody is hosting, then
If
mining.
I propose this idea to somebody, big university or big institutions, they are ready to fund my idea. So will it be possible to implement that idea?
It depends if they like it, or like it means if they feel it is feasible to go for, then it is well and good. But it is doable. It is doable.
It's doable.
Yeah, doable.
Thank you so very much, sir. So over to Dr. Niharika.
Anything else?
Anything else? So you can ask questions, because being a professor, I'm asking questions like, even though I'm
Yeah.
scared, my question is crazy. But as Sir is an AI expert, he validates my idea, so it gives me a boost that I am thinking in the right direction. So being a student, you can also try different things.
Sometimes it happens when we give a prompt to ChatGPT and we are using different words in the prompt. Like for example, if I ask a detailed explanation or a crisp explanation, sometimes like I'm looking forward for the content, maybe I'm reading the content for particular, enhancing my understanding on a subject.
Yes.
They gave me a 2-pointer description. I was not able to comprehend exactly what they gave me. So I asked them, okay, fine, act like a professor and provide the study material or the notes on detail on this particular topic. Then the context would totally change completely. Why does it happen?
That is where they start behaving like an agent. When you ask ChatGPT or some model to behave like a professor, then it behaves like an agent which mimics a professor. We ask the model, you behave like a developer, then it becomes an agent that behaves like a developer. They are being trained on different context. Professor का answer ऐसा होगा, developer का answer will be more coding based, professor will go more in a theoretical way. So all these things, all these patterns, they are being trained on. Otherwise, it doesn't have has its own intelligence. How will it like segregate? I have to explain like a professor, I have to explain like a manager, I have to explain like a developer, or I have to explain like a scientist. They becomes agents of that type. That is why you get different kinds of answer when you go for when you change the context behave like an.
One keyword change.
That is where that is where it comes up. Your prompt should be crisp, good enough to get a good result. If you are a good prompt engineer, you will get very crisp and good output. Your keywords, technical specifications should be to the point and should be very accurate. Because sometimes you write, give me a detailed explanation, refine my email, something. But if you like, I want the email to be sent to this person, and I want it to be in this way, that becomes very crispy. But people, what they do, this is my email, refine it. This is my email, improve it.
It is just like 100 years back, or 4 used to.
Exactly, yeah. So it should be very, keywords should be very accurate. That is where the prompt engineering is booming. Okay, if anything else is not there, then I think we can wrap it up, and thank you all for patiently listening.
Thank you so very much. So now I would like to call Dr. Niharika to convey the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of DCIPS, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Manas Das, for delivering such an insightful and enriching session on AI advanced business model innovation and value creation model. Sir, your session was beautifully demonstrated how artificial intelligence is no longer just a technological tool, but a powerful strategic driver that is reshaping industries, redefining customer value, and enabling organizations to innovate at an unprecedented pace. Your deep dive into emerging AI-enabled frameworks along with the thoughtful case discussions has given all of us a clear and practical understanding of how business can build smarter, more agile and future-ready models. The real-world examples you shared truly helped bridge theory with practice and inspired us to think more creative about integrating AI into our own context. We are extremely grateful for your time, effort, and expertise, sir, that you have shared with us today. Your words have definitely sparked new ideas and broadened our perspective. I also extend my sincere appreciation to our participants, faculty members, and our entire organizing team for supporting us in making this session a success. Thank you all. We request everyone to join us for a group photograph. After that, we proceed for tea and snacks at the cafeteria downstairs.